Hello my viewers, if you're interested in buying a helmet like this, or maybe a life-size one, you can go over there and shop at greenguard.com. They have NCAA teams, they have NFL teams, they have all your favorite teams. They even have the teams that you don't like the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens. I don't know why anybody buy that, but they have that too if you want to buy it. So go over there and use my promo code PITSEN and go and shop some of your favorite football helmets now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. I'm supposed to be going live today for the game preview, but I might not be back in enough time to go live by 7 o'clock to do a little preview. And I want to make sure I have the video already made, so I'm giving the video to you right here. But definitely on Sunday, I'm gonna be home the whole day on Sunday, of course. On Sunday, I will be watching, of course, the game on my channel, the Arsenal DB channel. You can go over there and watch it, do a live watch party there. And then I'm going to be doing, of course, post-game show on this channel right here, live like that, discussing what happened in the game, and hopefully this Sunday is a win that happened in the game. But as you guys know, the Steelers do play the Jets this week in their first showing. Steelers and Jets. The Steelers actually go to New York, of course. The Steelers never play any home game as their first game of the season, I think because of the baseball scheduling and stuff. But the Steelers go to New York, well actually New Jersey I should say, MetLife Stadium, to play the Jets. And they go and play the Jets. It's going to be a pretty good showdown, I think. In my opinion, I thought the Steelers are favorite to win this game right here, of course. The defense the Steelers have, the offense they have as well. But I'm going to break it down, of course, on both sides. Now, looking at the Steelers defense, which is a strong suit of the team, of course. We know the Steelers have edge rushers who can get after the quarterback, and TJ Watt, and now it's Highsmith, you know, Cam Hayward, Cameron Bennett, Nick Herbig. All those guys can get after the quarterback consistently over and over. Now, we will not have, of course, Derek Harmon for the first game, and maybe the second game either because of the MCL sprain he had. But Yahya Black, we've seen what he did, of course, his ability to developing, of course, over this training camp period and in preseason as well, developing that pass rush ability because we knew he could stop the run. We know he can stop the run, of course, effectively. That big body he have, of course, and the agile, how agile he is as well. But his ability to go out there and create pressure up front is going to open up a lot more for him to be on the field and more opportunities as well. So we have a lot of pieces up front, of course. The Steelers have, of course, Patrick Queen. You have Peyton Wilson, Cole Holcomb. Linebackers can get after it as well. So Malik Harrison is another linebacker too as well, good blitzer. So you have some guys who can go out there and disrupt and just cause a lot of mayhem for opposing teams. So that's one thing. And of course, you know, you're playing Justin Fields. Justin Fields, I like Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a good playmaker, I think, dual threat quarterback, but he do have some flaws. Justin Fields, you know, his ability to accurately throw down the field is one thing that kind of plagued his career so far, which is crazy because at Ohio State, when you seen him play, he was more passer like that. He was running the ball too as well, but his passing ability was different. But when he got to the league, he became more of a running threat than a passing threat. I think, if you know what I mean. If you go back, you were watching his time through Ohio State, which is crazy. But Justin Fields is a dynamic player. He's one of those players who, you know, you got to account for everything: his athleticism, his speed, his quickness, his power as well. So the Steelers got to be after it. I know some people said Justin Fields going to beat the Steelers because of his legs. I'm like, no. Lamar Jackson is an All-Pro, multiple-time All-Pro, first-team All-Pro, MVP, and the Steelers do a good job. And I think most of the part through all the games neutralizing him. I know he had the last laugh the past two matchups, the playoff one, of course. You know, then of course the last game of the regular season, the Steelers play against the Ravens, but overall, if you look at those numbers, the numbers throughout Lamar Jackson's career in those Steelers-Ravens games, the Steelers do a pretty good job in making some plays against him and neutralize him because they edge rushers they have. Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt, their quick ability to get off the edge and the way Steelers play linebackers on the edge instead of defensive ends on the edge. You know, linebackers usually are a little faster and stuff as well. And the way they kind of engage in, it kind of helps against mobile quarterback, or not mobile quarterback, dual threat quarterback. In a sense, when you try to get out the pocket, it kind of keeps them in the way the Steelers do things. And one thing about the Steelers, they're going to always find a way to get to the quarterback and bring them down. So I expect the Steelers to get a few sacks in this game as well. Of course, Justin Fields is going to break some plays. Of course, he's going to get some runs, of course, here and there. But I want, at the end of the game, I want his jersey. I don't know what color they were. They were probably wearing green. I want his jersey to be dirty. I want the white part of his jersey to be dirty. I want the Steelers to be able to go out there and get him and hit him at the while where he start considering and start thinking about hesitating a little bit by running to the outside. But TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith keep hitting them over and over like that and making plays on them. So that's one way the Steelers can definitely, you know, have success on defense. And of course, the secondary depth we have is going to be very good against their receiving core. Of course, Gary Wilson is a great player, but when you have Jalen Ramsey, JPJ, Darius Slay, all these individuals, of course, and then Deshaun Elliott back there, Juan Thornhill, and all the different individuals we have, of course, you know, in our secondary, it makes it easier for you to be able to go out there and cover guys. Because if you want to, you can really say, let me go out there and just do this. I can do the Belichick style, or who else used to do that? If Belichick used to do that, we should see, somebody else used to do that too a lot, but I know Belichick did that a lot, the Patriots. You know, you double team your star player like that, of course, a star receiver, and then put the best cornerback on the second player, which works a lot. I see some teams do that nowadays too. I've seen a few teams do that, but that's kind of like what's the name style a little bit. Double teaming your star receiver and then putting the second and then your best cornerback on the second best receiver. The Steelers could do that in this game because the way our depth is, that's why you have good depth in the secondary like that. You look at the Ravens. The Ravens secondary is crazy. They can be able to do that every game. Imagine they double team you with Wiggins, and then they have Cal Hamilton over the top of you, and then on the other side, Jay Alexander guarding you one-on-one. It's like crazy like that. And then Malachi Starks is still there too as well. So you have a lot of pieces in secondary is good. Our secondary is cool, and not as good as the Ravens, of course, but it's a cool secondary. And I think we're able to do that too now. We can play like that. So if the Steelers want to go out there and say, you know what, they want to just do it straight up, put my best cornerback on one of my best corners like Jalen Ramsey on Garrett Wilson, I could do that. But if I want to say, you know what, let me put JPJ on him, and then sometimes double teaming with that, and they put Ramsey on their second best receiver, which is what, Josh Reynolds or Alan Lazard, and see if he can get open and try to beat you. So it's gonna be very good, especially when the Steelers can get pressure in. This is why I'm glad the Steelers went out there and was able to get those pieces, and Omar Cumming building his team up, having the linebackers we have. So now, and then the secondary we have, now we can send the blitzes in. So imagine if you double team their star player and a team only got one receiver really to look forward to. You double team that guy, or you put pressure and you put your best on that guy, and then try to double team the second guy, take the guy to the play. Hey, it's gonna be very difficult. Justin Fields gonna have to start, panicking a little bit in the sense back there, especially the Steelers can get pressure in, sending blitzes in, and doing kind of what we used to do. Because now we can play that man-to-man defense where it's one-on-one, because we have the guys who can play in man coverage. So it's gonna be very cool to see how the Steelers scheme some stuff up, how Coach Tomlin, Terrell Austin schemes some stuff up as well. I should not see any soft zone coverage from Terrell Austin calling, or Coach Tomlin calling. I don't know who called the plays. I know they say Terrell Austin, but we know Coach Tomlin has a hand in, of course, calling some of the stuff as well. He's a defensive specialist. The reason the Steelers been so effective up front and is one thing, because Coach Tomlin been helping, but also Coach Tomlin, which is still crazy, at one point in time in his career, like when he was the specialist for secondary, but the Steelers cannot find any secondary players. I don't know how that was happening, because we knew Coach Tomlin was very good at calling the secondary and stuff, but at one period of time, I feel like after some of our people we had before in previous years kind of left, we had Cody Sensabar, and we had all these different names like Artie Burns and Sean Davis. For some reason, we cannot find any good DBs. Now, I know Kevin Colbert was drafting some of those guys, and Kevin Colbert drafts wasn't the best, but I'm glad Coach Tomlin and Omar Khan got everything kind of situated back better now. We have some guys who we can definitely rely on, and they're gonna open up so much more to kind of play that old school style Steeler football. We can send a lot of blitzes in, more blitzing in, get more pressure in, and just disrupt teams like we used to do back in the 2010s and stuff. We can't hit them like we used to do like that, of course, but we can be able to go out there and just disrupt stuff. So it's gonna be very cool to see that. And plus the Jets O-line, I think they're missing the offensive guard. Offensive guard will be out for the Jets, so the Steelers should be able to get a lot of pressure in, even if he was playing, because Jets O-line is still building up, so still be able to get a lot of pressure in and make some plays. It's gonna be nice to see how this defense look. Now offensively, it's a little different story. We kind of a lot of question marks to see how everybody gonna look, how Aaron Rodgers is gonna look with his offense. I think he gonna look good, but we gotta see how he looks officially. And of course, we only got one receiver that's bona fide, and DK Metcalf. Everybody else, Calvin Austin is cool at times, and everybody else is still trying to see how Roman Wilson gonna look and how the other guys gonna kind of fare well and stuff out there. And the Jets secondary is pretty solid secondary. Sauce Gardner gonna be out there, DK Metcalf. So we're gonna need to see some other guys step up, which leads me to, of course, my tight ends. These tight ends are gonna be the ones that is a factor in this game. My keys to victory, I think the tight end is gonna be one of the factors on offense in this game, because looking at DK Metcalf, if Sauce Gardner, their best cornerback, is on DK Metcalf, or they do the approach like they double team DK Metcalf or something, and then they'll put Sauce on the other guy, which would be probably Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson, somebody like that. They want to do that, or they kind of mix it up. You're gonna leave, of course, somebody to be able to make a play. So you're gonna need somebody to make a play. And I think Jonas Smith and Pat Frymouth, I trust them more than I trust Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson. Calvin Austin, I hope they do well, but I trust Jonas Smith and Pat Frymouth a little more. So that's gonna be the keys to victory, the tight ends. I think Joseph Smith, Pat Fryermuth, Darnell Washington, those guys are going to be keys to victory in this game. On offense, we need to see those guys utilize a lot. You'll see them a lot of 3 tight end sets, 13 personnel sets. You'll see 2 tight end sets, 12 personnel. You might even see 23 personnel where you have 2 running backs and 3 tight ends. You never know. The Steelers are going to mix some things up. I think Arthur Smith is going to open up a lot more things. You might see Jonas Smith in the backfield. We've seen Jonas Smith get a lot of handoffs when Arthur Smith was his offensive coordinator, getting them handoffs and sweeps and stuff, using his speed and athleticism to get upfield. So it's going to be nice to see how this offense kind of like shape out a little bit. But I think tight end is going to be the main thing. And of course on defense, pressure. Justin Fields, I like Justin Fields, but we know when pressure gets to him. We know when they start blitzing in, start getting pressure in, and we know we put a Steelers team. Once you get to that third quarter, fourth quarter, you don't get hit anymore. Because the Steelers gonna play hard, that old school hard-nosed football, and be hitting you like that. They're gonna be going out there, hitting the boom on. We got Jalen Ramsey out there. He's gonna be blitzing in at times. Deshaun Elliott gonna be blitzing in at times as well. We know Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Cole Holcomb, the guys gonna be blitzing in. The Steelers gonna send a lot of blitzes and different looks to field. So it's gonna be an interesting game. I think the Jets will still make some plays, of course, and I think they get 13 points in this game. But I'm gonna say 16 points in this game. They get 16 points in this game. At first, I think I did a before game day, which is like a little comedy thing I do on my channel to like preseason. I think I said Jets will only score like 10, but in reality, I think the Jets will score 16 points. I think Steelers win 27-16. I think the Jets score by 16. I think early on the game will be kind of close. Steelers will be up. I think the Steelers would be up at like 10, like 7. The Jets have 7, be 10-7. I think the Steelers will break away in the second half and then turn some things on and win 27-16 against the Jets in a comfortable win. Not a blowout, but a comfortable win. I think the Steelers get it done in their in their first game, the season opener, and then head back for their home opener against the Seahawks and see what happens. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel, which will probably be on Sunday. I do my little predictions before the game, and then I'll do, of course, post-game show after the game. Be on the lookout for that. And then the following day, we'll do, if we have some big-time victory, we have some game player of the games. I do a video on that too on that Monday, so be on the lookout for all that content that is coming. If you want to watch the live watch party stream while I'm watching the game and reacting to it live, you can go to the Arsenal DB channel and subscribe, or if you just want to watch it, you want to subscribe, just go over and watch it. Just go over and watch it and tune in. But I'm gonna be live watching the game, reacting with you guys, seeing it at the same time. So yeah, that's all I have. Peace out.